you want to be when you grow up? Welcome to my channel. I was just thinking the other day about, things I thought I wanted to be when I grew up, and then kind of like gauging where I wound up and what I've done with my life, and thinking about how content am I. Now I'm in my 60s. And the very first thing that I remember really wanting to be when I grew up, I don't even know how old I was. I told my mom, I want to be a surgeon. And immediately, boom, she shut that down. She's like, no, you won't want that. There's too much blood. And I thought to myself, wow, she doesn't know who I am. And I didn't even try to convince her otherwise. And well, I will say in school, I did take biology and chemistry, and I wasn't good in the labs. I wasn't. So I realized, okay, well, I'm not going to follow that path. I guess I didn't feel it deep enough. Other things I wanted to be: a ballerina, a pop star. What else? Those are the main things I wanted to be. Um, I studied music, I studied dance. I wasn't good enough to be a ballerina. I was okay, but I wasn't great. And I realized I couldn't make that into my career. And I have a nice singing voice, but I wasn't, my ear, like I can sing on pitch, but I just couldn't hear intervals in music training and like other people I knew. And just didn't have a natural, I guess, genetic understanding of music other than singing pretty good. And so, well, I haven't really done that. I've done it for fun. I won't tell you what I got into, but not medicine, and I didn't become a big ballerina or musician star. Maybe some of you have. Maybe some of you have been these things: a doctor, a dancer, a musician. Anyway, so I was thinking, how content am I with where I did wind up? And I'm pretty content. I mean, I don't have a fancy life. And health-wise, I'm kind of healthy, fairly healthy. I'm sure I could be healthier. I know people that I've talked to who have more energy and do more physical activity, and they're even older than me. So, but I was never super, super sporty. I just always kind of kept in shape without, doing anything too big, too physical, too wild. Look, that's how I'm describing it, but it's not that wild. It's just, it wasn't me. I wouldn't consider myself an athlete. What else? And look-wise, as you get older, I think a lot of your contentment is, how do you feel you're aging? I've always thought I'm aging pretty good because in my mind, I still look like I did in my 20s and 30s. Every once in a while, I catch a glimpse of myself and I go, wow, okay, I am in my 60s. And I'm like, that makes me feel kind of blue and depressed for a little while until I, have worked through it. I think that's pretty universal. If you feel you look really good for your age, I think then you're feeling pretty content. And if you're feeling like you're not looking that good, then you're feeling kind of depressed about it. Not depressed, let's say down about it, and dissatisfied with where you're at. And so I'm going to be looking at some research. Have there been studies as people age? How do you gauge how you feel as you age? How do you gauge if you're feeling pretty positive generally or not? And I think the factors in that are probably: one, your health. How's your health doing? Two, how attractive do you feel that you are? Three, what is your social community, your connections with other people? I think that's a huge one. If you have a social group, or if you're, feeling alone and lonely and isolated. Also, just kind of how mobile are you? Are you able to get around still? Or Are you feeling very trapped because you can't drive around wherever you want? Can you drive? Can you not drive? How are you feeling just, about like your financial situation? Did you put yourself in a place where you feel financially okay? Or are you always a little nervous about, about your situation financially? And there's so many factors there. I know 50% of marriages end in divorce, and you can feel like you have your financial future all set up, but a divorce kind of like throws an obstacle, an obstacle in fulfilling that plan. There's so many factors involved as you get older. How do you feel? I would say, what did you want to be when you were little? Can you remember? What was it about that path that appealed to you? As I'm thinking about my initial wanting to be a surgeon, what was it about that appealed to me? Well, I think it wasn't doing the actual surgery, but just I thought it was an important thing to do. It was important because people needed to have operations. They needed to have someone go and fix them. And I would say in my life, I am kind of a fixer. I want to fix situations, fix people within reason, fix my pets. There's always a challenge with the pet, and so I'll kind of leave it there for today. Please put in the comments your thoughts, and if you have any more to add to your kind of like what you're feeling as you age about yourself in general, meaning what are the different aspects of this that come into play, because I think it's very complicated. Anyway, I hope to get some input from you, and I hope to see you in the future. Bye-bye.